So I took the week off from actually posting a podcast episode because number one, the holidays was around that corner. So I took the liberty of eating myself to a food coma for a good couple of days. And mac and cheese is my favorite dish, just letting you know. But at the end of the day, I also was worried about my mental health. So I decided to take that week off. Around the time that I've been actually thinking about getting back into this and stuff of that nature, I thought that we could discuss mental health because obviously this is very important and it's very overlooked. So let's go ahead and get this started, and hopefully this will change some lives. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Beast Unleashed, the podcast where we break down the rights and wrongs of fitness, help you elevate your fitness game, and crush your goals. I'm Bernard Carter, your guide in this journey. In each episode, I'll be diving into what really works and what doesn't when it comes to building a stronger, healthier, and more sustainable fitness lifestyle. We'll be exploring the science behind fitness with research-backed insights, real-world studies, and expert discussions. Whether it's strength training, nutrition, recovery, or mindset, we'll be separating fact from fiction so you know exactly what you need to take your fitness to the next level. So, if you're ready to unleash the beast within and take control of your fitness journey, you're in the right place. Now let's dive in and unleash your inner beast. So yes, I would like to welcome everybody in. I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope your holidays was pretty dope and y'all ate a lot of food. This episode is mental health and fitness, the mind-body connection. You know, a lot of people, they think that they can work out and think that everything is fine and all that stuff, but you actually need to focus on the mental state of everything, because a lot of people don't really know that the physical and mental are actually linked up together. Nobody really understands that or thinks about it at all. They just move their muscles and keep it moving. So certain things like that you got to take in consideration, because it's not just the physical aspect, it's the mental as well. So you've probably heard that exercise is good for your body, but did you know that it's equally important for your mind as well? Fitness isn't just about building muscle or losing weight. It's also a powerful tool for managing stress, boosting your mood, and even sharpening your focus. So in this episode, we'll get into the science behind the mind-body connection, talk about the specific exercises that are most effective for your mental well-being, and also share some practical tips for maintaining the balance in general. Whether you're new to the fitness or a seasoned athlete, you'll walk away with a couple of tools to not only strengthen your body, but also empower the mind as well. So let's get to checking out what the connection really means and why it's so important. So the mind-body connection refers to the idea that our mental state affects our physical health and vice versa. And in all honesty, you've probably experienced this before. Think about a time when you were really stressed. Did you notice your shoulders tense up, or maybe you got a headache or felt completely drained? That within itself is the mind-body connection taking action. So the good news is this connection works both ways. Just as stress or anxiety can manifest physically, physical activity can also improve your mental state. And science actually backs all this shit up. For example, a study published in Frontiers of Psychology found that even 20 minutes of moderate exercise significantly reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression in some of the people that were within that study. Exercise helps regulate stress hormones like cortisol while releasing endorphins, which are the brain's natural mood boosters. This is often referred to as the runner's high, but it doesn't just apply to running. It could happen with any physical activity that gets your heart rate up. So in short, your body and mind are in constant communication. By moving your body, you're sending positive signals to the brain, improving not just how you feel physically, but also emotionally and mentally as well. So we've already talked about the mind-body connection. Let's go ahead and get deeper into how fitness supports your mental health. So, exercise itself can deeply impact how we feel emotionally and mentally, as we stated before. Whether it's relieving stress, improving your mood, or helping you sleep better, fitness plays a key role in your overall mental well being. So, we'll break this down into three main areas: how exercise improves mood, reduces stress, and enhances sleep. And along the way, I'll share some studies and practical examples to show just how powerful the connection between the physical activity and mental health can be. So, as far as mood, exercise is often referred to as a natural antidepressant, and there's good reason for that. When you exercise, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. These chemicals create a feeling of happiness and well being, too. Think of them as your brain's reward system for moving your body. And this is also why you should often feel a sense of accomplishment and even euphoria after a workout, because it's literally your brain thanking you for exercising. And a prime example of that is the runner's high, as we mentioned before. That is the rush of endorphins you feel after a sustained aerobic activity like running or cycling. There's also a psychological component. So after completing a workout, especially if it's a challenging one, it can give you a sense of accomplishment. This boosts your self-esteem and can help combat negative thoughts in your mind. There was a meta-analysis published in JAMA Psychiatry found that regular exercise reduces the risk of developing depression by 26%, which is actually a huge number when you think about how accessible exercise can be. And for those that are already experimenting symptoms of depression, exercise have been shown to be as effective as medication in some cases. What's even better is that the mood boosting effects of exercise aren't limited to high intensity workouts. Even a 20-minute walk can actually make a difference. The key is consistency, building a routine that works for you and sticking to it. Moving on to stress, which is something that we all deal with. And while it's a normal part of life, too much of it can take a toll on both your mind and your body. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. And while cortisol is helpful in some short bursts, like when you need to react quickly to a dangerous situation, chronic stress keeps those cortisol levels elevated, which can lead to problems like anxiety, fatigue, and even physical pain. Exercise is one of the best ways to lower cortisol levels naturally. So when you work out, your body shifts its focus from stress to movement. And this also helps regulate your stress response and lower those cortisol levels over time. For example, imagine that you've had a rough day at work, your boss was breathing down your neck, your inbox was overflowing, and everything just felt overwhelming. Instead of sitting on the couch to decompress or looking at TikTok or something of the sort, you can try going on a brisk walk or just going to the gym and get your muscles up. That physical activity can help clear your mind, reduce your stress, and leave you feeling more in control. Another way that exercise reduces stress is by improving your ability to recover from it. Studies have shown that regular physical activity increases your heart rate and measure how well your body can switch between stress and relaxation. So in simple terms, people who exercise regularly are better at bouncing back from stressful situations. Even low-intensity exercises like yoga or stretching can be incredibly effective from stress relief. These exercises combine movement with mindful breathing, which activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is a part of the body responsible for calming you down. So if you're feeling frazzled, consider swapping your coffee break for a 10-minute yoga session. And the last thing that fitness enhances will be your sleep. So sleep and mental health are closely connected. When you're not sleeping well, your mental health often suffers as well. And the good news with that is that exercise can significantly improve your sleep quality. So here's how it works. When you engage in physical activity, your body temperature rises. Later, as your body cools down, this drop in temperature signals to your brain that it's time to rest. And this is why you should often feel pleasantly tired after a good workout. Exercise also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which is the body's internal clock. This rhythm tells you when it's time to wake up and when it's time to go to sleep. So by working out at the same time each day, especially in the morning or afternoon, you can reinforce this natural cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. A study in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that people who exercise regularly fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and experienced deeper, more restorable sleep. So if you're struggling with sleep, even light activities like stretching or walking can actually help. However, it's best to avoid intense exercise close to your bedtime, as it might leave you too energized to sleep. Instead, aim for earlier in the day to maximize your sleep benefits. Better sleep doesn't just improve your physical recovery, it also enhances your mental clarity too, along with your focus and overall mood. So think of it as a win-win for both your body and your mind. All right, so let's get into some specific exercises that are particularly effective for supporting mental health. So, not all workouts are created equal when it comes to boosting your mood, reducing your stress, and enhancing your overall mental well being. And the good news with that is that there's something for everyone. So, whether you love a high energy workout or prefer something slow and mindful, there are plenty of options to explore. So, first up is yoga, which is often described as the ultimate mind body exercise, and for good reason. It combines physical movement with mindfulness and controlled breathing, creating a powerful tool for reducing anxiety and stress. When you practice yoga, you're not just stretching or holding poses. You're also engaging your nervous system in a way that promotes relaxation. Poses like child's pose, forward hold, or even downward dog are great for releasing tension in your body while focusing on deep, intentional breathing that helps calm the mind. And if you're new to yoga, start with beginner-friendly apps like Down Dog or platforms like YouTube that have a fantastic guided class that you can actually follow along with at home. Cardio exercises like walking or running are incredibly effective for your mental health too. These are simple, accessible, and don't require a gym membership or fancy equipment. A good pair of shoes and open space are all you need when it comes to this. Walking is particularly great for clearing your mind and reducing stress. And studies show that a 30-minute walk can control cortisol levels and also boost your mood. And if you take that walk outside, especially in a natural setting, you get an added benefit of fresh air and sunlight, which are proven mood enhancers. Running takes these benefits a step further. As we mentioned before, the runner's high is definitely something that will be produced when you run. Even a slow jog around the block can be enough to reset your mind too. So if you're new to running, consider starting with intervals. Alternate between walking for 2 minutes and jogging for a minute, gradually increasing your running time as you feel comfortable with that. Now we're going to move on to strength training. So when most people think of lifting weights, they often think of building muscle and improving physical strength. But strength training also has significant mental health benefits too. So when it comes to strength training, it builds confidence and resilience. And you already know there's something incredibly empowering about challenging yourself to lift a little heavier or complete an extra rep. And over time, you start to realize how capable and strong you are, not just physically, but mentally too. And keep in mind, you don't need a lot of equipment to get started either. Bodyweight exercises like squats, push-ups, and planks are a great way to build strength and confidence. So if you're working out at home, try using resistance bands or household items like water bottles as weights. And if you're in a gym, don't be afraid to explore the free weights section. Remember, start light and focus on good form. And lastly, mindfulness is all about staying present in the moment, and combining it with physical movement can have a profound impact on your mental health. Activities like Tai Chi, Pilates, or even mindful stretching are great examples of this. Tai Chi, for instance, is a martial art that focuses on slow, deliberate movements paired with deep breathing. It's often called meditation in motion because it's as much about calming the mind as it is about moving the body. And studies have shown that Tai Chi can actually reduce anxiety and improve overall well-being, especially in older adults. And if Tai Chi feels a little out of reach, you could try something as simple as a mindful stretching session. Spend about 10 to 15 minutes gently stretching your muscles, focusing on how your body feels and breathing in and out. This practice can help release physical tension while grounding your mind. apps like Headspace and Calm often offer guided sessions that blend movement and mindfulness, making it easier to integrate these practices into your routine. And just to let you know, I am not sponsored by any of these apps that I mentioned. These are just from my experience and what has also helped me out along for my fitness journey. So check those apps out and tell me how you feel about it. Are you already using them? Let me know in the comment section or anything of the sort how you like these apps, and maybe it'll help somebody else. Who knows? And the last thing I want to talk about is maintaining balance. So you already know that exercise is amazing for mental health, but balance is essential. So here are 3 quick tips to help you maintain the mind-body connection without burning out. And the first thing that we would need to do is prioritize your rest. You already know overtraining can be just as harmful as not exercising at all. So make sure you're taking your rest days to allow your body and mind to recover. And I need you to take heed for what I'm about to say right now. Listen to your body. If you're feeling fatigued, it's all right to take a step back. The second thing is to incorporate mindfulness. So try adding a mindfulness practice in your routine. It could be a simple 5-minute breathing exercise before bed or a short meditation after your workout. And you already know apps like Headspace or Calm can be great tools for this. And then the last thing would be to seek support whenever needed. Exercise is powerful, but it's not a cure-all. So if you're struggling with your mental health challenges, consider reaching out to a therapist or counselor or a like-minded individual that you can speak with. Combining fitness with professional or emotional support can make a world of difference. To wrap up, remember that fitness is about more than just physical strength. It's about building a stronger mind too. Whether you're lifting weights, running, or practicing yoga, every step that you take is a step toward a better mental and emotional well-being. So let me know in the comment section if you use any of the apps that I mentioned, and tell me about it, because I'm sure that there are plenty of other people that are listening to this podcast, whether it's on Spotify or YouTube, would like to know more about the apps if they've never tried it. And also make sure that you leave a like on Spotify or on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss another episode. And once again, I would like to thank everybody that has been listening so far. We are a couple of episodes into the end of season 1, and I'm really excited. This has been a cool journey so far. So I appreciate all the love and appreciation. So until next time, thank y'all for listening, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Y'all take care. And that wraps up today's episode of Beast Unleashed. I hope you found today's insights useful and that they help you move closer to crushing your fitness goals. Remember, fitness is a journey, not a destination. So take it 1 rep, 1 meal, and 1 mindset shift at a time. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Muscle Mongrel Fitness, and I also have a Discord too. I'll provide a link for that. The Discord server itself has a whole bunch of information that you could utilize as far as gear that I use, books that I read, and fitness challenges that you could do during the week. So make sure you check that out. Until next time, y'all stay hydrated, come together like butt cheeks, and don't forget to keep pushing those limits. This is Bernard Carter signing off, and y'all take care.